Every 365 days, we celebrate this little day called a birthday. And apparently my friends decided to purchase stuff for me, which I'm forever grateful for. I just wanted to share it with you all. And of course, if you haven't seen my Paris trip and Barcelona trip and all of the unboxings, obviously I purchased a lot of items for myself as an excuse. Every day on this channel, it feels like is an unboxing, but those are extremely special unboxings. So I have a whole entire playlist. Go check that out if you just happen to stumble across my headless video. Birthdays are something I tend to focus a little bit more on just because my family have never been really into holidays, and hence I'm not really into holidays. Hence, I would say the celebration of my birthday is probably the most important to me. Not that I expect everyone to be like, oh, it's Nikki's birthday. But to me, it is important to celebrate your birthday because it's one special day that you can call your own. And again, my parents are not about that. They're like, yeah, it's your birthday. Why are you telling everybody? Nobody needs to know it's your birthday. My family is a little bit special. Let's just put it that way. Again, I am grateful that my friends have picked out a couple of items for me, and I have more in Chicago, but right now we're focused on this, and I have a tendency of making every video incredibly long. So let's do little chunks at a time so that it is much more digestible. So let's not waste any more time and get into the unboxing. Let's start with the orange box, as we have been on a kick with orange box unboxing. So let's keep that going. This was a gift from our friend Mandy, who you've seen on this channel many times, and I am working on getting her handbag collection filmed. We gotta schedule, like, girl, we gotta schedule it out. However, this is something she picked up for me, and I know we both are obsessed with Hermes. And of course, she did purchase the same line last year, the plate, decor, the plates, and now she's like, you need a complete set, since she purchased the two mugs for me, the decor, one in white and one in black, as you can see here, which I love. This is a fantastic gift idea as we head into the holiday season. For those of you who are, Hermes lovers, or if you've got friends and family who loves Hermes, this is perfect. It's not like to the point where, yes, it's much more expensive than your typical mug, but it's also not going to break the bank, surprisingly, because you think Hermes, everything is so expensive, but their mugs and whatnot is actually reasonably priced. And when I say reasonably, in the world of Hermes, that's the benchmark we're talking about. So I am ecstatic. Immediately when I opened this, I busted it out, and we're like, to the boyfriend, we just did the whole millennial boomerang. Yes, we are going to drink coffee with these because they're not just going to sit on a shelf and collect dust. We're going to actually use these. Pro tip for you, obviously you can purchase these directly from your Hermes SA if you plan on playing the Hermes game and getting some pre-spend underneath your belt here. However, if you don't care or you don't want to play the game and you just want Hermes's, mugs and decor home goods because you actually like them, which I do, of course, and I don't really play the Hermes game here in the United States, you can actually wait till maybe November or December. And I did post this on my Instagram stories last year. So make sure to follow me there if you haven't done so already. But you can, like Saks, I think it was Saks or Bloomingdale's, or maybe it's Bergdorf. They do 10 or 15% off of their home items, and that includes Hermes decor, home goods stuff. When I do see it again, I will make sure to post it on my story. So if you're new here, again, if you stumbled across my faceless, headless video, do follow me on Instagram because I do post the best deals, a very curated amount of deals on my stories. And of course, bag of the day, right? So very grateful that Mandy was able to pick these up for me and collect or complete the set for me. Now, my other friend that you probably seen on my channel briefly because she is part of the Hermes Paris crew, did pick up a couple items from me. The first one is from Dior, and this is just, Dior does packaging beautifully. So this is actually a very creative idea if you are looking for something that people do enjoy and can utilize on a daily basis are these candle holders from Christian Dior. I have to do that every single time. and they are actually very substantial. I'm not trying to like flash you my entire house and everything, but you can see how shiny and reflective that is. Very high quality, very substantial. And it just says Christian Dior Paris. Now, this is actually a candle holder, which you obviously can use as a candle holder, or you can be super bougie and use it as a coaster. Now, the bottom of it is felt, so it's very like soft and won't nick any of your wood hardware or anything, because we like to put felt feet on all of our stuff that goes on top of the coffee table or dining table. But this one is all protected. So she got me 2 of these, and she does know we're crazy about our coasters and being on wood, you know, coffee tables and whatnot. So I think this is a fantastic addition to kind of make your life, the little luxuries, to make it enhance and elevate your everyday usage and things that you have high traffic, so to speak. The other item she picked up for me is another home item. Girl, you guys know I like my home items. There's only so much things I can wear on my body, whereas I'm at home a lot, I work from home a lot, so I do like a lot of the little luxuries around the house I can look at on a daily basis. But she did pick up the little dish, like a catch-all dish with the initial N on here for Nikki, from Versace, and I think it is a collaboration with Rosenthal. Not very familiar with the names and brands of famous like home goods. Obviously, I have a lot of these different catch-all pieces throughout the house just because I wear jewelry and I do a lot of housework, so I like to not have to go all the way to my bathroom, all the way to my office just to like pull off my jewelry pieces to put somewhere safe. Actually, I'm sitting at my kitchen counter, and within arm's reach, I have this Cartier one that I got as a holiday gift when I picked up my Panther watch, and I use this on a daily basis. So obviously this one is much smaller, so I might replace it over there. So I have easy access to kind of just throw my rings in there if I need to do the dishes or deal with the dogs or whatnot. So these are super handy. They don't have to be fancy, but definitely pick up a couple of these different catch-all pieces and have it around the house so you can keep your jewelry pieces safe, because a lot of these can be extremely expensive. You don't want to be losing them. So extremely happy to have a really cool one. This is not something like the colors I would normally pick out. So very nice and bright to have to my very neutral colored entire house. I do like that quite a bit. Moving on to the last piece here. This is the gift from the boyfriend. And he was so excited when I expressed a little bit of interest in jewelry as well as watches, because he has nothing to contribute to handbags, right? And it's been the longest time. We've been together 16 years now. So yeah, obviously he has seen me through the stages of the purse collection, right? Starting from Kate Spade to Coach to Tory Burch. I was all about Tory Burch. I had to educate him on what Tory Burch is. And then of course, progressively like Prada, etc., Louis Vuitton and Hermes, right? And now I'm like, oh, I'm interested in watches and I wanted to learn more about him, asking him questions and whatnot. And he was just very ecstatic that I am now into jewelry. So this is I want to say the second piece of jewelry that he has bought me. The first one, actually, I have it handy here. This is kind of a random surprise gift that he got me for, I don't know, maybe to prepare me for something that he might do that I know I would get mad. I don't know, just saying, but it was a no special occasion piece that he got me from Hermes, but I do wear this quite often, and I just have it here as my catch-all ready to go if I'm running out the door. He did purchase this via online or maybe over the phone. I think it was over the phone because he did tell me the story. I was like, tell me everything. How did you get this? He did enlist the help of Mandy and I think also my other friends asking what I would like. I have a running list that my friends know of what I'm looking for, but have not purchased, so that he can consult them at any time he wants. Archie, can you sit down? Good boy. And as you can see here, this is a piece from VCA. He picked this up or had it shipped directly overnight to my house while I was in Paris. So when I walked in the door after getting off a super long flight that was delayed, I was delirious. This was like 1 a.m. He immediately was like, come with me, come with me. I'm like, what do you want? I'm so tired. He had this box ready to go on my desk in my office. And he was like, open your present. I'm like, babe, it's like 1 a.m. I have to shower. I gotta work tomorrow. I can see the box. I'm really excited. I'm very surprised, very excited, but now is not the time. I want to feel the full effect, give you the excitement that I'm usually going to show you. But right now, when I'm like a zombie and half dead, this is not the time. So it sat there. Basically, I went to bed. I was so jet lagged, right? The next morning, he woke up and he was like, okay, are you going to open it now? Just like a little puppy. I was just really excited. I got you something, which is great. I love that, right? However, I'm like, I've got over like 200-300 emails to go through. So no, now is not the time. So we waited until after work and he just stood there and watched me open the box. So very excited. You guys have seen VCA, but he did tell me that when he was on the phone with a sales associate, they asked him like, do you want the full gift? Of course you want the full gift. You absolutely say yes. I want the full experience with all the bells and whistles. Yes, they are just, boxes at the end of the day, but yes, I wanted the full set. And he knew to say yes, right? And the guy was just like, apparently, so, oh yeah, she's gonna love it. It's gonna be a very nice unboxing experience. And yes, very true. So you guys seen this a million times. I obviously haven't, because when I picked up my first Van Cleef piece, I actually have it here, my onyx bracelet, it just came in this long box where it's just like the typical box, and then it came with a travel case, and then it came with just like the shop bag. It didn't come with any of the bells and whistles, which I think you don't really get, but this is kind of a complete different experience. I didn't even get the cleaning kit. I asked the sales associate when I was in Paris, like, oh, do you have a cleaning kit? She's like, oh no, it's been out for a year. I was like, okay, I guess I get a piece of chocolate to go with my VCA really expensive, purchase. So whole booklet thing, which is really nice. I'm gonna keep obviously all of the full set. Not that I'm ever going to resell it or anything, but it's just, you're paying for the experience, right? So this does come with its cleaning kit, and I must say, really cute, super nice. Have I used it? No, but I probably will at some point. But you've got the little brush and the cleaning cloth. I thought it came with a solution, but I could be wrong. Maybe I'm confusing that with Cartier. You also get your little booklet with the authentication card inside. And for those of you who are newer to VCA, I did learn a lot of this from Kim from KK Love CC. I always pronounce her channel wrong, but she and I have been really good friends talking about different VCA pieces. I did learn that if you ever want to get like service done or anything related to your VCA piece, you do need the receipt and you do need the certificate, I believe, of authentication. So you want to make sure you keep all of that so that you can get service done on your VCA piece. So go check out her channel. I'll link her down below. She did pick up a piece that was beautiful not too long ago. And of course, all of the paperwork that comes along with it. So that's really pretty. And you also get a card. What does it say? I forgot. It's been like 2 months. My birthday was back in September. So this is basically almost 2 months overdue with the unboxing, but happy birthday, babe. You're an old lady. That I am. Older and crankier every single year. So the main event, it comes in this nice box with a ribbon, a little butterfly, super cute, very beautiful. And I did hear from somewhere, I can't remember, where they were talking about VCA doing away with all of the packaging and it's just gonna come in a pouch. I'm like, how dare you? Is that true? I hope it's not true, because you're paying a shit ton of money for these pieces. Yes, I expect the full-blown experience of having a box and, the experience, right? So I don't know if that's true. Hopefully it isn't, but you've got your typical box right here. And the piece that he picked out for me is a necklace in the mother of pearl, the vintage size, vintage Alhambra, beautiful piece. And I think what he was trying to do when he doesn't plan things out, he just does, as most men do. Like, oh, I need to get her a birthday present. Oh, it's her birthday in like 2 or 3 days. I probably should get on it. That's the typical man, and that's what he did. And we know with VCA, when you call in by chance or by timing or whatever it is, what stock they have, what inventory have is what you get. So originally, because he knows I have the onyx one, so originally he wanted to get the matching one necklace for it. However, for me, however, they didn't have that. And then I think the only one that they have available was the mother of pearl and the carnelia, the red one. He also inquired about the malachite one, which they also did not have in stock. So he does like white a lot. All of his cars are white, hence this one was actually perfect. So mother of pearl, beautiful kind of shine to it. And it is in the gold, yellow gold, not rose gold, not silver. So he knows I love yellow gold. I was extremely excited when I unboxed this and he was just like, put it on, put it on. I was like, okay, great. And I've already worn this a couple times and I'm gonna tell you a little secret because I know he doesn't watch my channel. The first time I wore this, I don't know why I'm lowering my voice. He's like in the bathroom right now. The first time I wore this, I completely forgot about it and wore it into the shower because ever since I got my ideal piece, like the necklace back in like March, I want to say maybe February, I pretty much have not taken this piece off. This lab grown diamond, this is not sponsored obviously, but I haven't taken this off. Because they are diamonds and it's 14 karat gold, I've literally taken it off once, maybe twice to clean it, but shower, everything. Obviously, we know diamonds are extremely durable, so I didn't have to worry about that. So when I wore this, completely forgot it, jump in the shower, full blown, just like super happy, you know, burning water, scorching myself in hot water as I'm showering. I came out dripping wet and I was just like, oh my God, I'm still wearing this. Ah! And of course, as you all know, mother of pearl can be very delicate, very finicky, and most of the time they shrink and then you can hear the little rattle, right? So I like started panicking as I'm drying, you know, tying my hair up, getting it out of the way. I took it off immediately. I was just like, oh my God, is it broken? Has the mother of pearl shrunk? I was just like, what do I do? What do I do? This is the first time I wore this and I already broke it. I mean, it's not broken. Obviously you can get that repaired and replaced, but I didn't want to tell my boyfriend. I was like, yeah, I fucked up. So I was like, do I grab the hairdryer? So I was like, probably shouldn't use heat to try to dry it off, right? So I used like cold air and just blasted it. And I was like, okay, it doesn't sound like it's rattling. Maybe it's still wet and it's not gonna rattle. So of course, you know, what else can I do, right? The damage has been done. Hence, I just put it on like my office. The very next day in the morning, I ran over and then immediately grabbed it again and we just went like this, like, oh, is it rattling? No, it's been completely fine. So I think for those of the people who have said that their mother of pearl has now shrunk is if they were to wear it on a daily basis, shower on a daily basis, and that's gonna make, you know, damage the mother of pearl. However, if you only did it once, it's not gonna make a difference. I'm still like rattling right now, having a panic attack to make sure it's not broken. That also reminds me of the story for when I first got contacts. I begged my parents for contacts because I was still wearing glasses back then, but I begged my parents for contacts and money for contacts. They were like, no. So of course I was visiting my aunt and uncle and they were sick of hearing me whine and crying about getting contacts. So my uncle gave me money to go buy contacts, right? And they were pretty expensive. The first night, lost it. Lost the contact. And my uncle's just like, I hate you. So it's kind of like that feeling all over again where someone buys you something and you're just like, I ruined it. I'm the first night that you wore it. The other thing I'm also thinking about is to get the length of the necklace lengthened because you do have, I think, a year to get that done. I'll have to double check on that. As you can see, the ideal necklace is hanging out right here and this one is even shorter. If you have been with me for a while, you know my biggest gripe, again, I'm a bigger person, so I understand that most of the necklaces, especially fine jewelry, their necklaces are not very long. So this one is actually even shorter than the idol piece. So I might think about swinging by the VCA in Chicago and just to get it lengthened, which hopefully won't take too long. So if I do end up doing that, I'll make sure to kind of give you guys an update of the process and what that looks like. I've also been wearing these two pieces together. Please help me understand how to not get these two necklaces tangled because I know a lot of people do this stacking thing. And even if I'm just wearing it to dinner for like within like 30 minutes of me wearing it, they started to get tangled and twisted all together. So I don't know how people do it. If you do know, drop me a comment to educate me, because this is the most annoying thing ever. And I don't even wear this to sleep, right? I am extremely happy that he was able to pick this piece out for me. Very sentimental, of course, picking out items that I do like and will actually wear. Been wearing this quite a bit. Every opportunity I get, especially when I'm going out with him, I'm gonna bust this piece out. So drop me a comment, do you think he did good? I also did have a conversation with him saying like, do not get me any more presents for the rest of the year, because I am the kind of person, I rather you kind of go balls out on one single present as opposed to like 15 different little presents. Not that he was going to get me 15 little presents or anything, but basically this one is encompassing my birthday, anniversary, because we've been together for 16 years, as well as Christmas presents. So that is all lumped into one, and you hand it to me during my birthday. So there you have it. That was a quick, maybe partial birthday unboxing. We'll see what else I remember, because my house is a mess. I will keep grabbing everything out because I am backed up with unboxing. I can, off the top of my head, 2 more that I haven't done, and it's been months. Literally, it's been months. So really hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't done so already so you don't miss out on the unboxing. I'll leave a playlist for you of my recent Paris haul. Life is hard. I want to help you save time and money so that you can somehow adult easier and hopefully less than retail. I'll see y'all next time.